This recommendation is coming from medical experts as the world marks World Mosquito Day. The theme for this year is harness innovation to reduce the malaria disease burden and save lives. Nnamdi Olimini reports.
World Mosquito Day presents opportunity to raise awareness on the dangers of mosquito-borne diseases and efforts to combat what has been described as the world's deadliest creature. Reports say mosquito-borne disease kill more than 1 million people and infect up to 700 million annually, nearly 1 in every 10 people, with children under 5 and pregnant women more vulnerable. This is why it is imperative that people be aware of the risk and take appropriate actions.
Mosquitoes, some of the greatest enemies of Africans, Nigerians, because apart from the bites, the noise, the oddities, the nuisance value they create as insects in the environment, in the home, in the offices, and wherever you find them, they transmit a very dangerous parasite that causes malaria fever. So it is an important day to reckon with.
Unfortunately, measures taken so far in combating the spread of its infections appears insufficient, hence the need for more attention to be directed to diagnosis, prescription and distribution of malaria drugs, especially during free medical outreach programs. Experts say mosquitoes thrive more in this part of the world because of favorable weather conditions, poor environmental sanitation, and lack of fumigation, while climate change, globalization, and urbanization accelerate the spread with which the disease moves from place to place.
Unfortunately, the average African environment is dirty, sanitation is poor, unkept flowers, bushes that are not medically attended to, no fumigation, no form of environmental protection or care or support or monitoring, no health promotion. You go from place to place, you see ponds, stagnant ponds. These are the places where these mosquitoes breed in their millions and billions.
It is expected that individuals keep the environment clean, avoid stagnant water around their homes, and ensure that children under 5 and pregnant women are protected from mosquito-borne diseases.
Even in curing without preventing mosquito, we're not achieving that enough. So, but the message here is that let us go back to the drawing board. Let us seek to prevent malaria rather than wait to cure when people are already sick. The way to prevent malaria is to address the issue of mosquito proliferation. Mosquito, the rise in the population, the incidence of mosquitoes, the infestation of mosquitoes in the environment. Take care of wherever they are supposed to be breeding, bushes, clear the bushes around, ensure you eliminate stagnant ponds. Some people will keep a pot of water in front of the house, uncovered for days. That has become a mansion for mosquitoes. So if we take care of this, certainly there will be no room, no basis, no window for mosquitoes to breed in the first place.
Prevention, they say, is better than cure. Therefore, it will be safer to pay more attention to preventing the spread of mosquito than palliatives for the cure of the disease caused by it. Nnamdi Olimini, RSTV News.
Members of Master Bakers and Caterers Association of Nigeria River State Branch have again decided to increase prices of loaves of bread from Monday 21st August 2023. Chairman of the association, Dr. Chidi Olu, said members of the association have for a period of 1 week downed tools because of the high cost of business materials. Godspa Anele again completes the story.
For about a month now, bread makers have had it tough trying to put the staple on the breakfast table as a result of the unannounced increase of its ingredients. Since December 2022, the prices of loaves had been on the rise for the third time, which is not going down well with bakers, distributors and consumers. I was seeking for reason behind the unwarranted increase in the price of bread, and the chairman, Masters, Bakers and Caterers Association of Nigeria, Rivers State Chapter, Dr. Chidi Olo, explained that the high cost of bread ingredients, import duties, high cost of petroleum products, and the rise in the price of the dollar may be some of the causes. He reiterated that they cannot do without the incessant increases because no one does business without profits.
Effective Monday, 21st of this month, the price of bread will increase again. All the sizes, Naira is getting weaker and weaker, and that amounts to increase in the raw materials because most of the raw materials are imported. Most bakeries in Rivers State in the last 1 week stopped work. So if we don't adjust the prices again, we may not be able to continue the business.
Dr. Olo appealed to the government at all levels to do the needful and make wheat available for bread makers to make it available for the teeming consumers.
Are pleading with government to see how they can shore up the working capitals of those that are really doing this business. Give grants where possible or soft loans. Our yield should be able to compete with the yield from other countries that are producing with to remain profitable. What we have encouraged our members is to ensure that standards are maintained, quality is maintained, no matter the price. Consumers shouldn't buy bread just because it's cheap. You should look at the product quality and not just price. Any bread that is ridiculously very low means there's a problem with that particular product.
Retailers and consumers say it's not being palatable for them.
And to my pikin like tea for morning. If you give her other thing to eat, no go gree. Now that tea and bread, now she dey use dey go school. I beg them reduce her so that poor people go fit buy.
It's a soft food that one can take and move out in the morning. Very easy. Behind me here, there's the type I like to buy. That one is 450. Small one, about 6 of them. Just yesterday, I went back, they say now 500. Because I need it, I have to buy. If you go to the market now, every other thing has increased. So they shouldn't be left out.
Before it's 500, we sell 550. Now it's 550, sell 600. Our again is only 15 naira. Before, by now, I don't sell finish. But now, this one go there here until night. People know they too come. When we talk, they go talk say bread too cost. So the thing they stay for our hand.
God's Power Anele, RSTV News.
Do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task you and I must accomplish. You can now watch RSTV live on Twitter at RSTV22PH online and on YouTube RSTV22 online and on Facebook RSTV PH online. And now, before we go on break, Kenya deploys reconnaissance mission to Haiti, and in sports, Pochettino racked as 10-man West Ham sink Chelsea. Details of these and more when we return. To stay.
I miss them.
Well, they should be on their way by now.
Will it feel like it used to? With everyone so busy these days.
It will be fine.
Suddenly, she passes right. Oh, yeah, right now. Single file.
Grandpa, what was Grandma like?
She always found ways to bring us all together.
Devon King's taste that brings us all together.
Stop! No need to step out. Presenting the Good Night Power Shots. Spray 2 shots in each corner of the room. It kills mosquitoes inside without driving family outside. Good Night Power Shots. Spray inside. Stay inside.
I miss them.
Well, they should be on their way by now.
Will it feel like it used to? With everyone so busy these days.
It will be fine.
Suddenly, she passes right. Oh, yeah, right now. Single file.
Grandpa, what was Grandma like?
She always found ways to bring us all together.
Devon King's taste that brings us all together.
TerraQ. Unwrap joy. Unleash taste.
I miss them.
Well, they should be on their way by now.
Will it feel like it used to? With everyone so busy these days.
It will be fine.
Suddenly, she passes right.
Oh, yeah, right now. Single file.
Grandpa, what was Grandma like?
She always found ways to bring us all together.
Devon Kings, taste that brings us all together.
This is RSTV World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. RSTV, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
You're welcome back. You're still watching the RSTV News of 3. President Bola Tinubu, in a call to action, has urged the recently appointed ministers to collaborate with him and each other to fulfill their aspirations of the Nigerian people through their work in government. He gave the charge during the inauguration of the 45 confirmed ministers designate on Monday held at the Conference Center of the State House, Abuja. Also in his speech, the president reminded the newly sworn-in ministers that it is an honor to be chosen to serve as ministers in the Federal Executive Council, and also charged them with teamwork, adding that Nigerians are expectant of their delivery, accountability, transparency, and as well as expect them to work with integrity, dignity, and deliver. The inauguration of the ministers comes less than a week after President Tinubu released a list of portfolios for the appointees, which was again reviewed. Those sworn in include former Rivers State Governor Nyesom Ezewonwike as Minister of Federal Capital Territory FCT, Bosun Tijani Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, and Wale Edun Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, amongst others. Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Mustafa Ahmed, has said the agency is yet to get the $1 million donation the United States of America, USA, promised Nigeria to help victims of last year's floods. The U.S. government had last October, in a statement by its ambassador, Mary Beth Leonard, announced the donation of $1 million for humanitarian assistance to those affected by 2022 floods. The American government had said the fund provided through the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, would cushion the impact of the floods on victims. The agency also said it would enable local partners provide emergency shelter assistance, relief items, and hygiene kits to promote safe and healthy practices. Meanwhile, Ahmed has assured the Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal that NEMA would support the state in reducing the impact of banditry and terrorism on residents of the state, noting that the insecurity in the state had led to the displacement and loss of livelihood. Similarly, the United States government, through its Agency for International Development, USAID, has partnered the federal government of Nigeria and other stakeholders to reduce malnutrition through improved access to ready-to-use therapeutic food. Speaking at the event, USAID Mission Director Dr. Ann Peterson said the trade fair provides a much-needed platform for local manufacturers, investors, and other operators in the RUTF and nutrition commodities value chain to display their products and innovations. Ann said with the intention of fostering innovation and collaboration to address severe acute malnutrition areas, the stakeholders staged a trade fair in Abuja tagged Ready-to-Use Therapeutic Food, RUTF, and other life-saving nutrition commodities expo. The event provided a platform for government officials, the donor community, and RUTF manufacturers to discuss challenges, share experiences, network, and explore collaborative opportunities in expanding RUTF programs. In Nigeria, acute malnutrition remains a significant public health concern, affecting 3.6 million children. The president's challenges related to food insecurity, limited access to quality health care, and inadequate nutrition interventions, the situation calls for both multi-sectional collaboration and innovation. Interim Chief of Party, Body USAID founded Feed the Future Nigeria Rural Resilience Activity, John Ratkara, described the trade fair as a game changer. Now, a delegation of Kenyan police officers have arrived in Haiti as nearly a dozen senior police officers left the Toussaint-Louverture International Airport in the capital, Port-au-Prince, in armored cars leading to the U.S. Embassy. The Kenyan officers are on a reconnaissance mission to Haiti following the country's offer to help the Haitian National Police in their fight against the gang violence. Spokesperson for the UN High Commission for Human Rights, Ravina Ramshadesani, denounced what they called the extreme brutality of gangs in Haiti, with thousands fleeing several neighborhoods in the country's capital this week amid a surge in violence. The Eastern African country has offered to lead an international effort to help Haiti's understaffed and under-resourced police department. With only about 10,000 officers for the Caribbean nation's more than 11 million people, Haitian police have been unable to quell gang violence that has taken control of almost 80% of the capital. Deputy Inspector General of Administration Police, Noel Gabo, who is leading the Kenyan mission, did not return a message seeking comment. Tropical storm Hillary inundated streets across Mexico's arid Baja California peninsula with deadly floodwaters before moving over southern California, where it swamped roads and downed trees as concerns mounted that flash floods could strike in places as far as north as Idaho. Forecasters said Hillary was the first tropical storm to hit southern California in 84 years, bringing floods, mudslides, high winds, power outages, and the potential for isolated tornadoes. Hillary made downfall along the Mexican coast in a sparsely populated area about 250 kilometers south of Ensenada, then moved through mudslide-prone Tijuana, threatening the impoverished homes that cling to hillsides just south of the U.S. border. Reports say the storm had moved over San Diego and was headed north into inland desert areas. The National Weather Service in Los Angeles warned of significant flooding risk throughout populous mountain areas along the coast northeast of Los Angeles. The game is set for a new beginning with the latest twists and turns as the host, Ebuka, announced the addition of 4 new housemates to the ongoing Big Brother Naija All-Stars. He made an interesting revelation during the live eviction show that ended with Kidwire eviction from the house. Olivia Nnemeka has more on this story and other entertainment stories to say.
While the show is getting new faces, this twist comes with a catch. The additional housemates will get to have fun but cannot compete for the 120 million grand prize. The newest housemates include Lockdown Season 5 Lucy, who was the first to go into the All-Stars house, Pepperdam Season 4 Omoshola and Kim Oprah as the second and third newest housemates, while Prince of the Lockdown Season 5 was the fourth and final addition to the All-Stars show. Ahmed Ololade, popularly known as Ashake, has made history as the first Nigerian newbie to sell out the 20,000 capacity O2 Arena in London, United Kingdom. Mr. Money, who made a grand entrance as he arrived the stage in a helicopter amidst the wild cheer of his fans, performed a medley of songs from his debut album